Okay, so let's talk about the secret hero of our modern world. I mean, it is everywhere in our homes, our roads, our cities. It's this simple powder that, and I'm not exaggerating, literally holds our entire civilization together. No, really, have you ever just stopped and wondered? You look at these massive skyscrapers, these incredible bridges, even just the foundation of the house you're sitting in right now. What's the one thing they all have in common? Well, it all starts with something surprisingly simple. And that's it. That's the core of it, the whole magic trick. It's just a powder. But the moment you add water, this amazing chemical reaction called hydration kicks off. You get these tiny crystals that start to form and lock into each other, binding everything together until it's as hard as a rock. And that one transformation, that's what lets us build the world we live in. So how do we actually go from that fine powder to a solid, massive structure? Well, like any great creation, it all comes down to having the right recipe. Honestly, you can think of it like baking a cake. You start with your most important ingredient, your flour, which in this case is the cement. Then you've got to add your aggregates, which is just a fancy word for sand and gravel. They give the final product its strength and bulk. And then the final step, you mix in the water to get that hardening reaction going. And what you get from that super simple recipe is, well, everything. You get the concrete for giant foundations and the mortar that holds bricks together. From the sidewalk you walk on to the tallest skyscraper you can see, it all comes back to this one basic mixture. Okay, so not all cement is created equal. There are a bunch of different kinds, but there's one that really steals the spotlight. So let's meet the undisputed star of the show, Portland cement. This is the stuff you're going to see pretty much everywhere. It's the absolute workhorse of the construction world. I mean, its range is just huge. It's the backbone of concrete, it's the glue and mortar, and it's even the key to getting that smooth plaster on our walls. Now, even within the Portland family, you have specialists for different jobs. On one hand, you've got your ordinary Portland cement. This is your reliable go-to standard for big projects, like building a house. But on the other hand, you've got its speedy cousin, quick-setting cement, for when time is absolutely critical. And here's why that matters so much. Imagine a pipe bursts or you need to patch something up in an emergency. You can't just sit around for days waiting for the cement to dry. You need something that gets hard in minutes, not hours. And that's where this quick-setting stuff is a total lifesaver. And the specialization doesn't stop there. Sometimes the standard stuff just won't cut it. That's when you call in the heavy hitters, like modified cement for jobs that need extra strength, or waterproof cement for any area that absolutely has to, stay dry. And this is just so important. I mean, think about water tanks, or basements, or even your own bathroom shower. Using waterproof cement creates this incredible barrier that stops moisture dead in its tracks. It's what protects the building from rot and mold for years and years. So what our source material makes really clear is this. For the pros, cement isn't just one thing. It's a whole toolbox. And knowing when to use which type, whether it's the regular kind for a basic job or waterproof for a tough one, that's the difference between a project that lasts a few years and one that lasts a lifetime. But hey, cement's not a solo act. It's got a whole supporting cast of other materials that help it get the job done right. So let's take a quick look at a couple of its key partners. First up is slaked lime. Now, this might sound kind of old school, but what it does is amazing. It makes mortar incredibly smooth and almost buttery. It improves what they call workability, which really just means it makes the mortar way easier to spread. It lets a mason lay bricks faster and get a really nice, clean finish. And then you have the building blocks themselves. But here's the really cool part. What do you think those blocks are made of? That's right, cement. So just think about that for a second. Cement is the ingredient inside the blocks, and it's also the mortar that glues all those blocks together. It's basically doing double duty. Okay, so we've looked at the recipe, the different types, the whole supporting cast. But let's zoom out again. Why does any of this really matter? Well, it's about that incredible journey from a simple bag of powder to an entire city. Seriously, every time you walk on a sidewalk, drive your car over a bridge, or just feel safe inside a building, you are trusting the incredible strength of this material. It's the invisible, but completely essential foundation of our entire modern world. For thousands of years, we have used this humble powder to shape our world. It's built empires, it's allowed our cities to grow to unbelievable sizes. So the real question now is, as we look towards the future, with all its new challenges and new technologies, what are we going to build with it next?